I was gonna get up and get myself together. Well, I did, kind of, sort of, but I just laid back down. I'm just like thinking to myself. I'm like, yes, I'm still a baddie. Don't get it twisted. But I still want to lay down too. Um, I'm just thinking, right? And I'm like, I'm watching. What is his name? I'm probably put his. Well, if you know what, I'll put his name in the comments. Um, I'll tack it up there. If you all have questions, right? So I'm thinking, right, and I'm like, I'm raw, I'm real, I'm myself. I don't give a fuck about what nobody else talking about. You got a problem with it? That's your motherfucking problem, right? Because we should all be elevated to the vibration of not giving a fuck what people think about us. Even though it's human nature for us to sometimes think that, it's human nature for us to sometimes think that, like, think about what others may think. But at the end of the day, come on now. I don't know. Fuck. I did see some Chipotle. Anyway, so I'm a little dry. I don't care right now. So let's get back to the subject at hand because it's the message. So instead of thinking about what you want me to look like or what you want me to present myself as, I'm gonna just give you the fucking message because it's not well, you got to consider the source. My mom always said, consider the source, right? So I'm just thinking, I'm like, thinking about like past memories and stuff like that. And okay, so like I had seen like some of my old friends and stuff like that, like some of my old friends like from school and stuff, from elementary school, middle school, high school, and all of that stuff. And like, it'd be hard because you be wishing because you remember those good times that you've had with your, old friends and stuff like that. You be you be remembering those things and you be like, hey, maybe we could hang out and stuff. And you just like, even like you reconcile on a way that like you see them after years of seeing them and you say hi and you chill for a bit, like communicate, laugh, talk, enjoy, have a beer or two, something like that. Um, like dang, those memories, like you like, hey, these are my old friends from school, like, like, oh, the parties used to be nice, blah, blah, blah. And then they start like, man, Tiffany, you always had money. What? And I don't even know why this is a thought in my mind. Tiffany, you always had money. What makes you think that I always had money? I mean, what in the conversation has you say something like that, right? Like, what in the conversation has you triggers you to say you always have money? I mean, it's for me, for my own mental capacity. I think of different things. I think of a lot of things, but I don't be looking in nobody else's pocket. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. That ain't ever been my thing. But I know it is some people's thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, you always have money. What? How did I always have money? Because Like, I always try to make sure that I had a vehicle. That's because my dad always taught me. He's like, you do not want to be walking around here, you know, with a whole bunch of babies on the bus, man. And like, I got a bunch of babies, so like, I didn't get it then. I'm telling you, like our kids supposed to make us stronger and stuff like that, but they could also stress us the fuck out. You know what I mean? Which I'm not that, but I'm just saying, like, my family, my mom, that they really didn't understand like why I wanted to have a bunch of kids is because I guess because I trigger it to a childhood emotional childhood issues because I grew up by myself. My brother and my sister like 12 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like they a lot older than me. They were already out the house. So, like I grew up by myself. I had my cousins all the time, yeah, but some lived in the south, some lived in the north, some lived in between. But like it wasn't the same, so I would create my own reality. And my mom would be like, "You create your own reality. You can be and do anything that you so choose." Like, I used to play with baby dolls all the time. And Barbies is my thing, you know what I'm saying? So like and I played with them until I was like a teenager. And I ain't scared of like people like knowing that. It's just that was my thing. I had hundreds of them. They all had names, they all had different lives and shit. They all did different things. You know what I'm saying? This is my this, and that's what I created, my reality. But ended up having children by people who I would not have if I was knowledgeable uh of if I was knowledgeable of what was really out here, like, cause your parents, you only know what your parents know, right? They only know what their parents know. Unless you start studying and you researching things for you study and you research things to grasp your knowledge barrier and open it and broaden it, because it's just like my family, they all raised in church or whatever. Okay, so they mainly, a lot of families mainly think about the Bible and stuff or whatever, but think about the Bible, that's the go to, go to, go to. But if you only minimize your mind to that one book, you would never know what's out there. You know what I'm saying? So my parents, they didn't do that to me. They allowed me to learn. They wanted me to do what I wanted to do, is would tickle my fancy. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, within that, I developed childhood issues with certain aspects of my life because even though I grew up in a healthy mother father dynamic, um, two parent household my entire life. That's all I knew. So that's all I wanted. So all I wanted was my family. I just wanted my family together. I wanted my kids, my husband, from when I was like 15. You know what I'm saying? I was like a kid, you know what I mean? So I didn't know no better. I just thought that like people who said that they loved me because I was sheltered as well. My mom and dad, they stayed in the house. I had my own phone line since I was like 95. Since I was like 10, 11. They had me my own phone line. But who calling you at 10, 11 years old? You know what I'm saying? But my little cousins, sitting here and there, I talk to them and stuff like that. I talk to my cousins and different stuff like that. So like, and I remember, I had my own phone. I had the same phone number from when I was like 10, 11 years old up until I was like, shit, 30. The same phone number, dude. Like, anyway, I'm thankful for my parents sheltering me. I'm thankful for them. I give them gratitude because like I wouldn't ask for any better parents. My dad worked hard. My dad he retired from Metro. My mom she retired from Verizon. So they work hard with each other and for each other, and we're able to maintain, a lifestyle that they can handle. You know what I'm saying? They were very modest. They like certain shit. Like my daddy was into cars. My mom, she was into, you know, doing her thing. It was always us together, me and my mom. My grandma. So she passed away. Then it was me and my mom. Then it went to me, my daughter, and my mom, always together. But my dad was always there. But like we worked hard. Like I've been working since I was 15 years old. Like going hard in the paint, doing everything I need to do. But like I met people that just wanted to take. And I guess that's what they were trying to shelter me from for so long. People that's envious and jealous because I'm not the baddest thing on the market. I don't care about that. I don't care about the facial things or whatever. I'm not the baddest. I'm a baddie. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not the baddest thing on the market. You'll meet people like this one lady or whatever I be watching on YouTube. I had to ask her with all respect because there's some beautiful, beautiful people out here, man. But it's some wicked mother ugly fuckers out here too. You know what I'm saying? It's some wicked, man. Even in the Bible it says, "Beware, for there are many." Beware, for there are many witches, warlocks, wicked. That's just everybody's a witch or warlock. What you speak it to existence. So anytime people speak on you, they wish you bad. It's a possibility that depending on how much might they use with it. Like I'm kind of getting off the subject, but on another note, anyway, she's beautiful. She is beautiful. This lady, right? I don't know when it was or whatever, but she does her makeup tutorials, and uh, her ex set her on fire, dog. Set her on fire. Like nothing is the same. But I see her spirit so clearly. She's beautiful. She's beautiful because it's not beauty's only skin deep. It's only to other people's standards of what people think you supposed to look at. Fuck people, man. Love yourself. When I seen her and she started explaining her story that like, and he got off on it because you got to understand these are entities that we're dealing with. So if you got a wicked ass motherfucking entity, right? And whatever they fucking subscribe to, whatever organization they may subscribe to, is motherfuckers in regular ass houses out here, regular jobs, sacrificing people, often motherfuckers for insurance policies, often people because they don't want to deal with them, often motherfuckers because they don't care about them, because they just want to hurt somebody. And if they do that, right, they could do that, right? People do that. I ain't doing that. Because all the energy that you put out, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe in speaking things, manifesting. You don't believe in witches and warlocks, motherfucker. Okay, go to sleep. Stay asleep then. Good night. Night night. There's some wicked ass people out here, man. What you think? Going to church and sitting in the church and putting money in the thing and sitting in the pulpit. It wasn't always like that. We prayed to Source, the Most High. It wasn't always church buildings, What was you doing before the church buildings? Look up the stuff online. Look it up. Research yourself. Start wondering what God's name is actually, instead of just calling him God. That's what started me on why. Who is God? I know I love him, but I know I love him because my parents love him. But I want to know who I'm giving myself to. I want to know who I'm giving my spirit, my energy, and all of that to. I need to know that because my parents, I know I love them, I trust them, but in the same sense, like I need to know who is this and why is black people hated all around the world? So it's such a depth, but everybody, why? I don't understand. I don't get it. Because you scared of me? Because you know my power that I don't know. That's why. And then I'm like, I don't even watch TV or nothing like that. I don't give a fuck what people talking about. Like the stuff that, I'm going to just put it out there because I don't really care enough. You know, I just got other shit to deal with, like grown up, real nigga shit. Then somebody talking, even though, okay, people are still doing this presidential election. Okay, yes. I'm not gonna lie. I did. I voted for Kamala because they're like, oh, this gonna be this, it's gonna be that. And I'm just like, I'm okay with Trump making the decisions that he makes because certain things is just out of fucking order. And he like, you're not gonna like everything I fucking do, but I'm gonna tell you that I'm an asshole, and at least I'm not hiding that shit from you. I respect the shit out of him. Just for that. Just for that. You're not gonna like everything somebody does. But then, like, because I don't watch TV, and then my daughter, she told me about, like, what Kamala put Megan Thee Stallion and Gorilla, and then that's how you know this shit is fake, dog. Who? Why would you? You gotta be, I don't fucking even know. I'm not, look, I don't even care enough, okay? I just know, like, I got work to do with myself, my family unit. I have to make sure that they grow up with integrity, with dignity, with respect, with acknowledgement to people's feelings, with acknowledgement to understanding, with a capacity level to grow. I know that they have to do better. I would like for them to do better than me. You know, do better than me. It's times in your life that you want to give up. It's certain things when you have children, you got to put your emotions on a back burner, but because you have to deal with each one of those personalities. And then we come back to the actual conversation that we started with. My mom and dad, they was like, why are you having all these kids? I'm like, I couldn't answer it. But to say that I felt lonely, but God works in mysterious ways because like they love my kids. That's all my kids know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful that by me having them, they were able to be around my parents to get that water. Because I got a good family. Not just my parents. I got a good family, man. But my parents, man, them is G codes. What? G codes. They have the codes to run life. They just like, and I look at it like kind of too, like because I see what other people may not see. I see the vibrations of energies changing, dismantling, um, you know, because you can't stay here. You can't, I don't think you can stay on Earth and do the same things over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And it comes a time when you have to stand in your power and you have to fit the bill and not be dependent on people, right? Well, even though like my mom, she just passed away like a year ago, like people go through their journeys, right? They lose people. You know, some people's capacity level is not as high as other people's capacity level. Some people it's hard because, like, for real, like, I depended and trusted and only had my mom and dad to support me my entire life. That's it. Like, most people only have that too. But like, I was codependent on that because I didn't know how to grow from that. And then, like, as I slowly started learning how to grow, losing my dad, then like later losing my mom, like, that was a really big transition for me. Um and some people, even people I know, older people that lost parents, they sink and they don't um they might lose a parent. Like, say this one lady, I know she had to be in her like 60s or something like that, right? Her dad is in his 80s, 90s or something like that. And he passed away. And from him passing away, her whole world just went downhill. She couldn't deal with the thought of her dad dying. You know what I mean? Like, but you're 60, so you should be strong enough. You got kids, you got grown up kids like 40. You got another one like, what, 30s, something like that, 20, 30s. You should be able to you would think that somebody would be able to handle that at that capacity level, but not everybody can handle everything at every capacity level. She lost her dad, and then like she went downhill because she was so used. She lived with him. Her daughter lived with him. God came in to break that chain. I look at it like that. Like, even my mom, she lived with me. I lost my mom. God came in to break that chain because he need me to grow. He need me to develop, because now I have the life that I created with my children, and I have to teach them myself without any interference, without any assistance. That's why, like, I'm like, you wonder why, like, I'm a single mom, 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful I made my bed. I'm gonna lie in that motherfucker. And I'm cool with that because, like, I got good kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you got some fucked up ass kids, and I, the only way that you think that they're normal is if you're fucked up yourself. So, and even if you're fucked up yourself, you know that you fucked up yourself. You know your kids is fucked up their self, but you gonna act like they normal. It's a whole bunch of people that do that shit too. I ain't doting on nothing. My kids they regular kids. They ain't out here trying to fucking hurt nobody. They ain't out here like being mean to nobody, beating people up inside their head, fucking people up, talking mean about people, disrespecting people, not caring about people's feelings, not caring about what, my kids, they not like that. And the ones that are like that, and the ones that's parents that's like that, y'all need to go ahead and try to work on yourself and work on your children, because y'all got a long way to go. Y'all gonna have, like, how the vibrations is going, like the vibration and the frequency of earth, I feel it. It's changing so much. Like, that shit is played out. Like, it's like a lot of people, it's a lot of good, great people out here in this world. And it's a lot of fucked up, evil, wicked ones too. And it's a lot of people that live like, um, secret lives and shit. For me, because I guess my vibration is higher, I'm like, it just takes so much time and energy, like, but you got parasites though, because we're all bugs, right? We're all bugs. Look at us. We're bugs. We're all bugs. Really, we look like bugs. That's what this God showed me. But when you vibrate at a low vibration, meaning do wicked shit, meaning do mean shit, meaning do things that's like, detrimental to your health, to yourself, to your family, to others. When you do stuff like that, you become a parasite, an energy vampire, a person that's just looking to get up, looking to hurt somebody, looking to do things to people for your own benefit. But remember, the energy that you put out comes back to you. See, me, even though, like, I'm not perfect, not by any means. I'm not perfect. My kid's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We do shit. We do toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? We might like toxic shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you're trying to be better, you're trying to do better, you're trying to function better, you're trying to teach better, then, like, that's the energy that you're putting out. So you're not going to want to really deal with no energy that's negative and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that's, like, got these issues. Because they can't fake around you for real. That's confirmation. They can't fake around you for real. Like, they probably can, like, fake for the first, like, little bit. But, like, because you're so in tune with the bullshit, like, they will come and they can't be around you for that long because their them comes out. Their parasitic breed comes out. Like, they'll get irate, they'll get crazy, you know, they'll get certain aspects of them, like slithery, snaky. Like, it's so real to me now. I'm like, everybody, people like that, even I seen the store, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's so real that if, like, we could, if we knew what we knew when we were little, like, if we knew what we know now when we were little, right? Like, or not even little, but younger, you know what I'm saying? They're, you know, at a younger age. But it would be too, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through the lessons. And that's what life is, a bunch of lessons, 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 blessings, 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 lessons, blessings. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of lessons, it's a lot of blessings, but it's, everything is karmatic. Everything is karmatic. So you put whatever energy you put out, you get back. But it's a lot of people out here that haven't put that type of energy out, that are it's a lot of people out here that have not put that type of energy out, that you have these low vibrational beings, because the earth works with frequency and vibration, because certain things are played out, so the world has to be, what is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? When you pour water into something, because the world is polluted, right? So you gotta, when you pour water, dilute it. So you gotta dilute the pollution of, like, the wickedness, the things like that. Like, so it's so many different things that, and it's the operations that we deal with, because we're programs. And I mean, this is kind of, it's weird. It sounds like I'm off the subject a little bit, but I'm not. It's like, all of our lives are, like, kind of parallel to each other. The ones that are still doing the same things that they have been doing for years, the same things, same shit, like the same things that they've been doing for years, over and over again on repeat, those are, like, kind of the NPCs of the world, right? And then you got just, like, they're low vibrational. Those are the ones that are here to keep you down, bring you down. Those are the ones that don't want to move. They want to stay in the same spot. Ain't never traveled, but if they travel, they only maybe went one place. They stay the same. They stay doing the same thing over on rotate with different people, with the same people. You be thinking, like, why do I keep, even me, like, I'm not an NPC, of course. Like, if it's not no growth, it's not nothing. Whether it's a relationship, any relationship dynamic, it could be friendship, it could be siblings, it could be mother, father, it could be romantic relationships, platonic relationships. It could be job relationships. It could be anything. If it's not progressing for me, I'm a Capricorn. I cannot, it just don't match. It won't work. If it's not progress, it's not going to work. If you want to see, I'm not about to be out here dating, because I want to go out to eat. Nigga, I could buy my own self food. Like, I don't need to be out here dating for no reason. I'm just dating. I don't want all them people in my energy. I'm just, having fun. I don't want all of that. No, nah. When you trying to figure out, man, it's a lot of people that's into the spiritual stuff, and there's a lot of people that do stuff for their own gain. So, okay, so let's get back to the topic, right? So, okay, so because it's I don't know, if you want to ask me something on the questions, a topic that you want me to share, then just ask me. But anyway, so on the topic at hand, like, seeing my friends, my old friends from years ago, and being able to see them reconcile, say hi, not reconcile romantically. It's nothing like that. But then you say, oh, you always had money. I've been working since I was 15. That means that, like, my parents instilled to me, because, when you're raising children, it's what they see, right? It's what they see. But if you got parents to have a good work ethic, both of my parents had, a work ethic out this world. They was not playing. And they work for what they need. They ain't ask, they ain't beg, borrow, or steal from nobody. They wasn't manipulative people. They wasn't liars. They told you how they feel. That was it. If you ain't like it, fuck them. That's what it was. If you ain't like them, fuck them. They wasn't nasty. They wasn't disrespectful. People loved their energy because they was so strong. And they had something that a lot of people don't have. And I knew that they were strong when I was younger. I used to always say, I'm like, dang, my parents went through a lot. I remember when I was little, I used to be like to myself, I'm talking about, like, I had to be like 4 or 5. And I remember talking to myself, dang, my parents are so strong. Because I used to hear what they used to talk about, what they used to go through. And I used to be like, dang, they are so strong. My parents are strong. I love them. I don't know how I would get through that. I remember talking to myself, saying that when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Little. Anyway, so when somebody says something like that to you out the blue, oh, you always have money. I always had to work. Yes, I always try to keep a vehicle, but like my decision making due to my own decision making. Because can't nobody do nothing to you but you. Can nobody do nothing to you but you. I'm not mad at myself for having children. I love my kids. They're the ones who keep me balanced, who keep me emotionally stable, who check me to get my shit right, to get my shit together so I can be like, okay, yeah, I'm back. They the ones who do that. I love them. They my strength. You got to find the strength within the mission. You got to find the strength within the path. You got to find the strength within that, because if you don't, you can lose yourself. I'm like, why would somebody even think that? I ain't seen you in like 20 years. What made you think that? First off, I had my first one, I was like 19, right out of high school. But I always had a car. My dad bought me my first car. After that, I paid for my car. I paid for my own car and bought my own car. And I've always had a car since then, but I've been on tough times too, here and there, whatever, and went without a car for a few years. I dibbled and dabbled in shit, and like with the wrong people, I didn't went through life, and, I had to get myself out of the holes that I dug for myself. I had to get myself from around the snakes that I had surrounding myself around thinking that like, oh, it's so fun and everybody's hanging out and everybody's chilling and smoking and drinking and shit gets old. Who wants to keep putting a cigarette to their mouth? Who wants to keep putting a liquor to their mouth? Who wants to keep doing the same shit over and over and over? If we're not progressing, if we ain't making money, what are we doing? What are we doing? I used to have the chill spot. Yeah. I used to have the chill spot. All my friends come over because I'm like young. I moved out when I was like 20 years old. Like, yeah, my first apartment, my daughter, everything, like chill spot. Like, but I was being abused physically by her dad from the time I was 15, dog, to the time I was 20, 21, 22 years old. I'm not talking about like no just emotional trauma. I'm talking about emotional, physical, spiritual abuse from him that I allowed. I cannot get mad at something that I allowed. I can only take it as a lesson, keep fucking rolling with the punches. Where his karma at? Deported. He's been deported for a long time. And then I still didn't learn after that, because my emotional, my trauma, my childhood trauma issues or whatever, I got out of that finally. And then I went to someone who's negligent, who just like drop off, thinking they love me and had another kid, you know what I'm saying? But just drop off, disappear. Oh, but I'll come back, once a year, twice if you're lucky, to see my son. The fudge? Come on, man. Because of my own decision making. Now, these are long-term relationships now. I didn't get it. I still didn't get it. Okay, goes to another relationship. Straight emotional abuse. Boom, 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 boom. Talking to me like I'm gum on the bottom of your shoe. Treating me like horse shit. Literally. Pop 2 out by that one. Still like, and at the end I'm like, but I don't need you for nothing. And at every end of those, I didn't need you for nothing. Go to another one. Years down the line. Now I've been in a 6-year relationship, a 3-year relationship, a 4-5-year relationship. I'm single for 4 years, then I go to another one, thinking I did all the mental work. I didn't recognize certain aspects about people. I didn't recognize substance abuse. I didn't know what it was. Never seen a firearm before. Never seen, well, maybe I had seen one time, maybe in a sock, maybe one time, like years ago, but never seen a firearm, never seen substance abuse. I didn't know how to recognize the patterns of somebody having substance issues. I didn't know how to recognize the pattern of certain things because I didn't get to that level yet. I had only been through the level of those different abuses, right? Abuses, whatever you want to call it. I didn't know better. So I didn't do better. But I knew better. So I should have did better, if that makes sense. Anyway, go through that. Not recognize, and most of the time, people when they get on substance abuse, when they're substance abusers, what do? Their significant other, they try to. This is what they do. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they do. People that are on a substance, right? No matter what it is, whatever. Because Like, say, for instance, like, I grew up, my mom, she smoked cigarettes. I used to break them up when I was little. I was like, oh, I never smoked that. I can't stand them cigarettes. I used to break them up when I was little. I didn't know how hard it was for her to stop smoking them. And then, I had, what was it? Oh, my back had went out, and I was in a wheelchair for like 3 months, right? And then I was like, damn, it's like I can't drink because of this medicine. I was like, I ain't got no weed, because I ain't gonna ask my mama or my daddy. And I'm like in their bed, and I'm like, got no weed, man. So I was like, and I ain't smoke anyway. I wasn't never a smoker. It's like, Ma, can you just give me a black amount, something, you know what I'm saying? But I really didn't like the stench. The stench that's in the, oh yeah. I'm trying on my new pillow, people. Don't judge me. I ain't put no cover on it yet. This pillow costs a lot of money. Anyway, so I'm trying it out. I'm working on it. I'm trying to see how it feels and all that stuff. Anyway, it's called a balance pillow. Anyway, so yeah, so I didn't like the stench that I left in my clothes and the smell I left in the house and stuff. And when I was, confirmations. So I'm on track. That's how I use my confirmations. Everybody uses them different. I'm on track. My confirmations come from sounds and stuff. Anyway, so what happened? So I was looking at the black and mild or whatever, and the smell was just like, it was overwhelming because mind you, I'm bedridden. I'm in the bed. I can't walk. You know what I'm saying? My leg had went out. My spine. This is before my last 3 kids. So I only had 2 at this time. This is from my daughter's father, my oldest, punching me in my spine a long time ago. Anyway, so anyway, I was like, Ma, can I get one of your cigarettes? She gave me one of them joints. And from 2007 to now, I've been smoking cigarettes. I've been smoking them, and I'm like, even now, sometimes I'll be wanting to hit one, you know what I'm saying? But like, that should get old, you know what I'm saying? You can't be doing the same thing over and over and over again. Well, some people can, but anyway, I use Fume, and it's on one of my other videos, and that's pretty cool, and I like it, and it really helps a whole lot. So anyway, going through those different relationships and going through different things in my life from the decisions I made. Mind you, I'm not blaming nobody on my childhood issues. I'm not telling you that nobody else is at fault. These are my childhood issues. Something that I have to deal with, something that I have to conquer, something I have to go through. When I was in a wheelchair, my daddy had just had LASIK surgery on his eyes because he had got diabetes from, they used to drink. When I come from card players and drinkers, but they was good people. That was their fun. They like to play cards. Bed whist, tonk, spades. They card players. They know that shit. So my dad had just had surgery. He took me to the doctor or whatever because I had to have surgery on my spine. I had to have emergency surgery on my spine. But I'm in a wheelchair. He pushing me in the back. I will never forget it. I was having a rough day. He was having a rough day. And he was pushing me in a wheelchair. We coming out of the place, and they like, well, you're going to have surgery this week on Thursday. And he was like, man, he said, you can't walk, I can't see, but we gonna make it. we still gonna make it. And my daddy, man, like, I just, like, once you recognize, like, who people are, and, like, me and my dad didn't have a great relationship growing up. He used to always tell me, your mama is your best friend, not me. I'm your daddy. And I tell my kids, I'm not your friend. I'm your mama. Stop getting shit twisted. You know, I got 4 boys and 1 girl, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful. And I'm a grandma, and I'm thankful. We are divinely protected. My ancestors do not play with us. Don't get it twisted. Just because people leave this earth do not mean that they are gone. That does not mean that they are gone. I'm gonna always tell you, like, I'm gonna always be authentic. I'm gonna always keep it 100. I'm gonna always be transparent as best as I could be. But any decision that I have made within myself, within my own life, I'm not blaming it on nothing that I went through. I'm blaming it on myself because I chose to do it. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me for nothing that I went through. I'm not a victim of nothing. If I'm a victim of anything, it's a victim of myself. My self decisions. Not everybody makes those decisions, but trust me, everybody goes through something in life. It's not peaches and cream. Even the people that are born with rich, filthy rich, and they don't never have to deal with. You think they ain't got to deal with other shit? Oh, they got to. Nobody gets off this earth free and clear with nothing going on in their life for real. Some people have been through more than others. Some people have went through things at a depth worse than others. But nobody gets off of here easily with not going through nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for the family that I have. I'm thankful for my divine protection that I have. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful for my grandchildren. I'm thankful for my great grandchildren. I'm thankful for my great grandchildren. I'm thankful for my bloodline. Because, like, I grew up with the best of the rest. That's not here. They're not here. Most of them are gone. I grew up with the best of them. And I'm thankful because their knowledge and their intelligence I could pass down to my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. And, you know, I'm going to be the matriarch one day. You know, and, like, they're going to all look to me and I'm going to be like, you know, what you going to do? Shit or get off the pot? What you gonna do? Because I don't want to hear nobody, even my kids, I don't want to hear nothing about no third party. Nobody did this. Oh, they did this. Oh, somebody did that. Oh, I did this because I don't want to hear that shit. No, you are in control of your own body, your own mental state, your own mind, your own force of being. What you instill in your children, if you instill in them, and I had to check myself because I'm like, I always teach because I got mostly boys, you know, don't hit girls or whatever. Man, I had to change that. What? Look, let me tell you something. And don't get all tickled in your fancy. I had to change that. I'm going to tell you why I had to change that. I had to change that because these fucking kids out here are terrible now. You think their parents wicked? What? I'm not raising no bitches, dog. First off, let's get that out the way. But they don't hit girls. They don't want to. They don't want to hit no girls. Because they know they've seen certain things with me. They don't want to hurt no girls. They don't want to hurt nobody. They really don't even want to fight. To be honest, they will, but they don't want to. They're not fighters like that. They ain't out here. They ain't out here doing all that huffing and puffing bullshit. No, we over here growing. I'm laying down right now, but you know what I'm saying? We growing now. But no, I'm just saying, like, you know, we ain't, if we ain't grown, what we doing? Because ain't nobody about to be out here fighting, talking about, I mean, kids gonna talk about kids stuff, but they ain't out here, like, trying to, like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna take your this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that from you. I'm gonna do that. Like, where are we going with that? But these kids out here now, they were bad before, but now these little girls is bullying. Like, what? I don't give a fuck who hit you, dog. You better hit them the fuck back. Hit them back. How they hit you harder. And wait for it, though. Don't let them just outright just beat your ass. Hell nah. Don't let them do that. No. We're not having that. However they hit you, that's how you hit them. Just make sure you don't hurt them to the point where, like, they gotta go to the hospital or something. You know what I'm saying? But don't let them hurt you. Make sure that if they hit you, you hit them back the same way that they hit you, but harder to make their asses stop. Because just like it's some badass kids, it's some fucked up ass adults. And that's just real. It's some fucked up ass adults. And I'm not judging anybody. That's just what the fuck it is. It's just transparent. Like, you cannot be out here just hurting people, dog. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's some wicked to the extent where I cannot. You better know who you sleep with. You better know who you sleep with. I'm glad I ain't got a whole bunch of girls. I got one girl as of now. And she didn't see me. She the oldest, so she didn't see me go through it. Put myself through it. She's seen a lot. She don't forget stuff. She's seen a lot. And she refused to deal with what I went through, what she seen me go through. And I'm proud of her for that. I'm not saying that she's perfect, because, I mean, you know, she's still going to have to work on things that, you know, she got to work on within herself and pull herself out the mud, too, because don't none of us get the easy. We can make our lives easier in certain ways, because I used to always think, like, you know, money ain't everything. Like, we can have love to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as we love each other, we can build, we can grow. Man. Because that's what my parents kind of, like, instilled in me. They instilled, like, you know, being financially stable and stuff, but they just was not big on, like, the money thing. Like, they had money. Don't get it twisted. They took care of themselves pretty darn well, you know, and things that they wanted and stuff, but, like, they knew what money do to people, man. You better know who you sleep with. I'm just saying. I cannot say that enough. And on any video that I'm like not being goofy, and even if I am, yeah, you better know who you sleep with. It's imperative. At this point, it's nothing but snakes out here, dog. And if you look at people, you can see it. And they know you can see it. So they'll veer off. They'll veer off. You don't tell everybody your intimate details and different things like that. I ain't got nothing to hide. So nothing really intimate. I don't have no secrets. Some people do. A lot of people have secrets. Some people have things, you know, that I don't want everybody to know, which that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't. You're gonna ask me something, ask me, you know. If I decide to tell you, then I'll decide to tell you, but I don't have no secrets. I might not tell you what I'm doing right then until I get to do it, you know, but you know, I'll show you better than I can tell you. I'm not about to just broadcast everything that's got going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I do it, like, that's different. You know, you gotta have boundaries, but Like, secrets, no. I don't have none. I ain't, I am authentic enough and at my capacity enough where I can share my flaws, share my path, share my love for myself, for others. I can grow and I can be, what I want to be. I ain't trying to be something that I'm not. I'm not faking like the Cosby's. A lot of people fake. You better know who you sleep with, man. I think my parents was trying to tell me that, but they was trying to tell me that in their capacity level. You gotta know who you sleep with, man. You could wake up with the devil, dog. And wake up knowing, like, really, like, I created life. And especially you creating life with, you better know who you sleep with. I say, like, even, like, because now, like, my intention is to settle down, but that don't mean that, like, I want to, like, be like, oh, hey, I want you, let's settle down right now. No, I want to learn how to be friends with somebody and see where it grows and how it goes and things like that. But I'm not about to be your buddy. Like, and just because you buy me a drink or buy me a purse or buy me this, I don't mean that I'm going to be like, yeah, let's get down. No. I'm not sure what people think. Like, people, like, just automatically think, like, this one person told me, oh, you too tough. Too tough. I don't understand. What have you done for me? What have you done to receive that for me? I mean, when I was younger, like, I was in a relationship I was always in relationships. That's because I wanted to always settle down. I see why my mindset was stuck like that, because it's fucked up people out here. And the ones that I probably should have married, those are the ones that I didn't. But those are the ones that just wasn't enough. This didn't grow for me, They wasn't there for me. But anyway, some people are, like, just judgmental. And some people, when I say that you have to know who you sleep with, you will never fully 100% know, because there's some people out here, and I can't even see. Look, let me tell you something. First off, like, even like the relationships I've been in, even though they were years long, each one of them were years long, I still learned and took something from them. I can't see if somebody is with somebody, and I've heard these stories 50, 60 years with somebody or whatever, and the man or the woman up and leave. You can't tell me that this man or woman that was left didn't see signs. That's a long ass time to be with somebody now. You cannot tell me that this person just up and left. No, that's not possible. Because even in a teenage relationship, you see signs. Even in a grown-up relationship, you see signs. A full marriage, 30, 40, 20 years in, you ain't see no signs. 30 years in, you ain't see no signs. 40 years in, these are 10-year. These are cycles, 10-year cycles. 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. This is long cycles. People are able to portray themselves, right, so good to, like, the outside world or whomever they feel like it's appealing to. They will play that part forever, because sometimes they just want appearances. They think appearances is what makes whatever, because they have something. They have arrested development. These people out here, I've had it. I know I still have it in certain aspects, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to grow from it. Like, certain people, everybody has some type of form of arrested development. Arrested development. Go look it up. it's broad spectrum. That's what it is. People out here that wants to be women and they're men that want to be women that want to be men. That is arrested development. People that are out here on substance abuses, like, and that's what I was gonna say too. People that are on substance abuse and they see a person, they know that person ain't on no substance, they will go and they will try to be with a person or whatever, just to get that person hooked emotionally on them so that they can finance their substance of choice. I'm gonna let this sit with you for a minute. People who do substances, I'm not talking about just drinking lightly here and there. I'm not talking about smoking lightly here and there. I'm not talking about that. People that are on substances, that are functioning substance users, i.e., drugs, i.e., cigarettes, i.e., alcohol, i.e., sex, i.e., different things of that nature, whatever. They are on a hunt, on a actual hunt, manhunt, websites, manhunt, outside 7-Eleven, manhunt, outside begging, hunt. They find somebody that could be their significant other. They are on a hunt to look for someone who can financially afford their substances so that they don't have to pay for it. I'm gonna get you hooked on it. I'm gonna get you hooked on this stuff. White girl. I'm gonna get you hooked on it so that you can love it. Because I know I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work because I know I can't keep no job. So I'm gonna love you up because I know you like to work. And I know that you're going to make a way. You're going to make a way for you. You're going to make a way for your kids. You're going to make a way for me because you love me. And then, we like to party sometimes. And they will stay the same. I'm not out here about to change nobody. I'm exhausted about that. I got my own children that I'm trying to raise. My own kids. They're boys, not even trying. I'm raising them to be good, respectable, spiritually inclined, emotionally, physically, financially inclined, an abundant, young, successful men. I need them to know at a depth what's out here. People with substance abuse issues, whether you want to call it abuse issues or a here and there functioning issue, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, like, it's arrested development. I have a developmental issue that I don't want to grow beyond. I have a developmental issue that I want to do drugs to get away from the trials and torments that I face, whether I was a kid or whether I was young or whatever, so I can run away from that in my mind and just keep on using it so I can keep running away from it instead of dealing with it. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to find me a half-broken individual that thinks that I love them, and I'm going to play my part, and I'm going to be a part of their life, and I'm going to act like the perfect person because I'm going to be able to hide myself for long periods of time. I'm going to manipulate the shit out of this. I'm going to do everything that I can out of this. I know I got some good in me because I know I love this person a little bit, but really I love myself. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to find them and I'm going to seduce them and I'm going to mentally manipulate them. I'm going to financially abuse them. I'm going to take from them. I'm going to show them that I really don't love you. I really love myself more than anything. And I'm really going to do what the fuck I got to do to get what I want for myself. And I'm going to hurt you and everybody around you in the process by getting you hooked on something because I know that you didn't really want it, but I'm going to make you like it though, because I'm going to do it so much. And then I'm going to keep doing it around you. And then I'm going to act stupid and retarded because I've been hiding myself for so long. And it's just all catching up with me because I know that you're going to financially be responsible for trying to attain me and get me to be the way that you really think that I can be. But really, I don't want to be like that because I got arrested development. That's what that shit is. It's arrested development. These people out here that's on drugs, these people out here that's on alcohol, whatever the fuck they on, even if they on sex addictions, even the people out here that want to be a man, the women that want to be a man, and that is mental illness at its highest capacity, man. When somebody like everybody that went, well, I don't know about everybody. I can only speak for myself, but I mean, I'm a woman. I'm a young woman. I mean, I went through my phases of being curious and stuff like that, and went to different get-togethers and stuff like that. Not participating, but just like went to different things to voyeur it, to watch, to see how people interact, to see what people do. Some people like it. Some people are functioning at it. But how long can you do it though? Is the question. Some people could do it forever. That's why, I don't blame some of the men and women that don't want to get married. I don't blame them for not wanting to have children, having to go through that shit with, especially if they are already selfish within their own self. It's all about me, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to have no kids and they got to make it about them. No, I don't blame them. Live your fucking life. I don't blame people who don't want to get married or whatever. If they don't want to get married and settle down or whatever, they want to just play the field for their whole life. That's on them. They run from their issues another type of way. It's all the arrested development. Because really, if you can't, whether you can have kids or you can't have kids, you're still supposed to be growing emotionally, physically. Just because you don't have kids or you don't have a wife or significant other or whatever does not mean that you can't grow emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you do it on a different scale. You do it a different type of way. So just do it. But do it. Because you see you be dang, I want to help, I want to help the world, all these charities and shit. That money ain't go. Police, it's not no reason why in America, not even just in America, in the entire world, that anybody should be homeless or hungry. Nobody. Still 2024, especially out here, it was so many people where I'm at. I'm in the DC area. I'm in the DMV. I'm in a DMV, you know what I'm saying? It's so many homeless people out here. They started locking them up. And then the streets started getting you don't know where they at, dog. That many people. I'm talking about, it was busloads of people coming out here to the highway. It was so many. I had never seen, let me tell you about this one lady or whatever. We're always riding. I'm going towards Maryland, right? And we riding the road and before the light turns yellow and this lady busts out into the traffic, she with the sign, I need help. Well, I had never seen, and this is an Indian lady with the garb on and all of that. She's like, I need help. Da, da, da. I mean, before the cars even fully came to a stop, she was ready. She was like, boom. She's like, I need help. I need help. I need help. I knew, I felt the passion for her. But Shit, I need help too. Shit, the fuck? I don't get no child support. I don't get no help. Like, I don't get. But I mean, like, some people need help. So you want to give them something. You give them something or whatever. You give them something. And when you give them something, you expect them to do what they got to do. Some people use it for. That's not our business. What they use it for. You just know that you give it to them. Out the kindness of your heart. Whatever they use it for, that's on them. But the amount of people, it just started dwindling less and less. I don't know where them people are, man. I mean, it ain't my business, but I'm just saying, like, shit about to be real out here. Like, it's really about to be real. This spiritual, everything is spiritual before it comes to the physical plane. Everything is spiritual before it comes to the physical plane. And if you're still thinking the same way, still casting, listen, when I'm telling you about the knowing who you sleep with, you better know who you sleep with. It's a lot of gay guys out here that act like they're not gay. It's a whole bunch of them that act like they're not gay. It's a whole bunch of them that be out here sleeping with women. There's a whole bunch of parasites. It's a whole bunch of women that like sleeping with gay men. And they cool with it. It's a lot of people that like going to them parties and stuff. I used to go to them parties and stuff like that, but I did not participate. I watched and I left. It wasn't no Diddy party. Just FYI. But like, that was like back in my early 20s. I'm like, oh, like, who does this like long term? Like, But I mean, we've all been, well, I don't know about y'all. Like I said, I'm going to speak for myself. I've been through the curious methods. It's like, well, being with a girl might not be so bad. Then you got to deal with, like, y'all titty bumping and then, like, y'all both on y'all's period. I mean, but it's a companion thing more than anything. Because if you have a best friend, that's your best friend, you don't mind, doing everything with, and then you're also, sexually attracted to that person. It's nothing wrong with that because y'all are loyal amongst each other. That's y'all. Who's to tell you who you supposed to sleep with and who you ain't? You know what I'm saying? That's up to you. You do what you want to do, what makes you happy, what makes you grow, what makes you feel alive. You don't live your life to other people's standards and just think that, like, oh, I'm supposed to be this wet. No, fuck that. You do what you need to do for you and you keep on going and you don't stop. Keep going. But know who you sleep with. Know who you create life with. I have created life with the enemy. When I say the enemy, I'm talking about the enemy. I didn't know that somebody despised me so bad because they were gay. I didn't know that, like, they despised me so bad. So they went and found somebody who, I guess, and I'm like, I'm not the best looking trick out the bag. You know what I'm saying? I did not know trick. Don't get it twisted. I'm an empress. Here we go. But I'm not the best looking thing out here. You got celebrities. You got people, regular people, beautiful women. It's beautiful women out here. But you go and because you hiding yourself. You hiding yourself. You gonna go and you a woman for real though. And then you go and you marry a woman that's really a man in a woman's body, right? And y'all hate. Why? I like, you try to figure out why people do what they do. A wise woman that I respect dearly and I love dearly told me, life is life, it goes on. But not everybody feels that way. My old best friend, he told me, he said, it would drive you crazy to try to figure out why people do what they do. They do it because they can. I'm going to tell y'all something, because, like, I get so much to talk about. And I'm just thanking y'all for, like, having a lay and chat with me. Know who you sleep with. Because that person can go and find a person after y'all are done that's more envious of you than that person. And whatever they come to an agreement with, and stick themselves and bind themselves together on an agreement, right? To hurt you, to try to sacrifice you, to try to sacrifice you physically, to try to sacrifice you spiritually, to try to sacrifice you financially, to try to sacrifice you, period. Psalms 91. You don't know what people subscribe to, okay? You don't know what they subscribe to. And by them subscribing to whatever they just subscribe to, it's not just the celebrities out here sacrificing people. It's people in regular ass homes, regular ass jobs that can sacrifice you in a type of way you wouldn't even expect. But because you are ignorant to it, meaning not knowing, no better, you just think, oh, it's just this. No, nigga. No, they not. No. Some people are wicked to their core and have black hearts. Some people will try to do devastating things to you and your family. And when they send different things, it could be magic, whatever, because the people that are not awakened and act like, oh, I don't believe it. Yes, you do. You know that shit is real. Even if you don't believe in to do it, you know it exists because you've heard stories about it. It's just like, okay, because I can't see it, I don't believe it. Well, you can't see God, but you believe in him, right? Okay. Get yourself together, dog. You got to be really, really, really selfish to think that the only thing out here is what you believe and what you see. You got to be just completely selfish to think that like it's just people walking on the earth. It ain't aliens. It's not other entities. You gotta be completely selfish to think that when our ancestors pass away and they get promoted to being an ancestor, that they're gone. They're not gone. Have you watched the movie Coco? You can make them go, and it's gonna be kind of difficult for you to pull them back in to get their assistance, but they here for you. You better stay strong. You better talk to them and speak their name, their date of birth, date of death, even. Shit, you want to add in the social? Go ahead. Numbers don't matter out there. They're stronger out there than they are here, but you have to be aware that they are here. So I'm going to leave you with a very important message, and I've mentioned it before. I mentioned it before on my a couple other videos. I'm always gonna mention it because this is life, this is truth, this is my truth, and can't nobody say nothing about my truth. The heck. Anyway, when my daddy came to me after he passed away, I asked him, because most people want to know about heaven and hell and God, right? I asked him about heaven and hell. And he said, it's heaven because it's heaven because we get to see all the things y'all go through. We get to be here and experience different things that, like, you're laughing at, you're sad at, your growth, the ones that come and stuff like that. Fatty, come here. Let me give you this medicine. Come. He said, that's heaven. He said, that is heaven. It feels so good to be able to see all your emotions, what you're doing, you know, how life is going. He said, but he said, it's hell because you don't even know that we're there. That's the hell. Click, like, subscribe, and I'll tell you what my mom told me after she left. After she passed away, I'll let you know what she said. It's real. I wish y'all peace, love, blessings, prosperity, high vibrations, smiles for every day that you're here, appreciating life, appreciating the people that you've had and the people that you don't. Loving on yourself every day, no matter what you're doing. Sending out good energy to the ones that you love. I can't be thankful enough for all the things that I've went through. It's not been easy, but it's been due to my decision making. To me not knowing and also knowing. To the things that I've survived and I haven't. To the things that I'm getting through that I'll always conquer. I just wish you all the best. 118 and we out.